Hello and welcome to Kakistocracy. My name is Chris Adams. I am here with Joseph P. Larkin. How are you doing today?
My name is Joseph.
Oh,
It's
I didn't
Joseph P.
even.
Larkin, baby. All right, anyway.
I didn't
Ba
even
with the
look at.
ba. What's up?
I didn't even look. I'm sorry. Today was the first day I did not look at your particular writing.
You're
A
not. You're
child
not
with the
supposed to,
voice of a
Chris.
robot. Okay.
Yeah, you're not supposed to
Okay.
talk about that stuff. That's for the. It's a little lanyard for other people that are not paying attention.
It's gonna make it a
How
lot
did
harder
you not?
to
How did you not notice 2/3 of the screen is covered with text?
look.
You missed that?
We were talking about cats and cold, and it's like freezing. My cats are strange in that they go by the window, and I don't understand why. Like, because you can clearly, maybe they're curious about the weather.
No, I think that they just enjoy it because I mean I see cats outside getting in the snow on Instagram all the time, and they don't seem to mind at all.
Mm.
I don't know. By the way, is Darth Vader in the Illuminati? Is that why he got one of his eyes covered with the sword? What's that
Oh,
about?
wow, I never even know. I've this is the first time I've ever noticed that, um, at all. Like I've worn this shirt for many years, and I've never even. This is from the poster. I want to say, like the actual original poster. So, was George Lucas in the Illuminati? Probably.
Of course he was. How the fuck else would Star Wars be so popular? And
Yeah. Do you know?
what a waste of his talent. I'm sorry. Like the first three Star Wars movies are fine, but he should have stopped doing that and just went back to making like regular movies about people going to high school or whatever. His good shit was the earlier stuff
Oh yeah.
when it was literally just like him reliving his fucking high school days on TV,
Yeah.
like on film.
What was it called?
It's really depressing. It's so depressing that he never went out and made any movies besides Star Wars after that. No one
What
fucking
was
cares about the prequels. I've never even seen them. In fact,
American Graffiti? That was the name of the movie.
American Graffiti's a masterpiece, and then he had another sci-fi movie called TX. What's going
Get
on
off of
here,
there,
Chris?
cat. We had a cat attack just now.
How
You can't see it.
unprofessional. This is driving me. I'm annoyed.
Are
And I'm
you?
not the viewer. Yeah, I lock my cats outside so they don't have to see them. You don't know, dude. All our viewers might be dog owners or something. They might be dog people. They just and their skin started crawling just now. Like,
Did you
what
see
was
that paw? Did you see the
Yeah.
paw? That was
Yeah, I
wild.
did.
Yeah, he went over the top. I've never seen him do that. That was the first time they've ever done that.
Over the
Normal.
top, baby. Just like this
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone movie.
Oh yeah, that's
You
another
ever seen
interesting
that movie? That's on TV. That's like perpetually on TV. But where Sylvester Stallone is a truck driver who also competes in arm wrestling
Arm wrestling.
competitions.
Yes, it's
I mean,
so bad.
shit.
It's almost good.
Dude, Sylvester Stallone wrote the screenplay for that. Okay, like what's fascinating is that he thinks he's a great screenwriter. I guess because he won an Oscar for his first screenplay. So now he rewrites all his scripts. And some of the movies he rewrote are outrageous. Over the Top being one of them. Like, why would you even say yes to that, let alone rewriting it? Well, I can make
Yeah.
this one better. I know this is a
Or-
piece of shit about arm wrestling, but I could definitely fix it in post or something.
It's going to be the Rocky of. I can't do it, but it's going to be the Rocky of arm wrestling.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be Rocky arm wrestling. And then
Cliffhanger
then-
was also another wild one.
damn, I know I still haven't finished watching that because that was also on TV. I only watched it because Janine Turner is the lead female role from Northern Exposure. There has never been a more beautiful pixie-like woman in existence. I would do anything to get a time machine and go back to 1994 and just fuck the shit out of Janine Turner. Are you kidding me? Please, I'd kill anyone. Tell me who needs to die and they'll die, and then give me the access to the time machine so I can go back in time and fuck her. I won't go back in time and undo my murder either. I'll totally waste my time machine on fucking women when they were in their prime. Janine Turner in 1994, Cindy Williams in 1976.
Well, who was the main one that everyone used to talk about? That she did the like Gucci? No, that was Charo. Not Charo, but the she was Barbarella, I believe. I'm trying.
Jane Fonda. Yeah, no, Jane Fonda was perfect. She was such a fox. Too bad she's a stupid bitch in real
Yeah,
life.
I
If you
know.
go to the Burbank American Legion Club, all of the urinals have pictures of Jane Fonda on them with targets on them, and he could pee on her face. Dude, what a
Do-
cunt. She went to Vietnam to visit the enemy, and then one of the soldiers was like, "Can you give this letter to my wife so she knows I'm not dead?" And she told the Viet Cong, and the guy got in trouble. He probably got killed over that. Fuck you,
what a
Jane Fonda, you
what a
bitch.
terrible human. Yeah, because like actually, I used to perform at I think it was American Legions, because they'd pay, and they're really a fun audience because they're just a bunch of old veterans, so you could say anything. Like they don't
Hmm.
they.
Hey, what are we gonna do about this Negro problem?
So I try and get comics paid in doing shows. I've been getting comics paid for a long time, and none of them return the favor. I've noticed.
Yeah,
Wow,
they don't give a fuck
because
about you getting money.
when I was in college, I'd get comics paid that weren't getting money in LA, but they were funny comics. And then when I was doing the American Legions, I was getting comics paid that still haven't ever booked me on anything. Huh. I need to stop trying to get comics paid. That was a mistake.
I
That was a
don't care
huge
about
mistake.
comics. Dude, I don't even waste my time talking to any of them anymore. Who cares?
No.
They're all unfunny, they're all insecure, and they're all a bunch of jerks. They
Mm-hmm.
really distorted what I consider friendship. I have to remind myself constantly, like, real people are normal and they're not like comedians, and they can actually be friends with them.
Yeah.
You can do favors for them without feeling like a jerk afterwards. Because every time I've
Mm-hmm.
ever done anything nice for someone, including just giving them a ride, they made me feel like such a jerk. They were in the car talking shit, and it's like, man, I didn't even want you in my car, and now I have to drive you a half an hour out of my way to listen to you bitch about how much I suck or whatever. And you didn't even offer gas money, because I won't take your gas money, but you better fucking offer it, man. What kind of mother raised you? What kind of
Right.
whore raised you not to offer gas money? I'm Uber now. I'm a free Uber. You wouldn't jump in a guy's Uber and then not pay him. So why the fuck won't you pay me? Such
Mm-hmm.
a fucking irritating, worthless scumbag. Like, listen, dipshit, you're never going on the road. You won't pay for gas to go to Anaheim. Okay. I know you're not going to pay for gas for us to drive all the way to Arizona to perform at the House of Comedy. So fuck
Mm-hmm.
off. What use are you? What function do you serve? You're not funny. You will bomb. You would be annoying in the car. You don't listen to any cool music, and you suck. And on top of all that, you will not pay gas money. I'm supposed to pay for your friendship? Fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
Pay me my fucking money. Pay me my money for gas. You fuck. You wouldn't
They're
treat
like
a bus driver like this. Why the fuck are you treating me like a bus driver, but worse? I'm
yeah.
not your fucking driver.
At least a bus driver you pay $1.75.
That's just outrageous. And these dumb shits don't go on the road, and they're like, why won't anyone take me out on the road? It's because you're cheap. You're not
Mm-hmm.
going to pay your way, so fuck off. Dude, there's nothing worse than having one of these assholes in my car when I could be listening to cool music and enjoying myself in my nice fucking cushy car. What do you think I spent all this money on a fucking nice car for? So you could sit in the passenger seat and yammer my fucking ear off, or start playing a podcast you like? Dude, comedians
Oh,
don't listen to music. They want to listen to podcasts. I don't want to
that
listen to
sucks.
Harmontown. I don't want to
Yeah.
listen to Harmontown, dickhead. I didn't collect all these fucking CDs to listen to Harmontown or My Mom's House podcast or what the fuck ever. I'm not listening
Or
to Theo Vaughn when I could be listening to fucking Captain Beefheart or something, or John Coltrane. Oh, let me see. John Coltrane or Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn, John Coltrane. John Coltrane.
mm-hmm.
Fucking A. I could have 50 fucking years of genius sax playing, or Theo Vaughn pretending to be a redneck. Which will I pick? And the fact that the
Uh,
other people pick Theo Vaughn is so disgusting to me. What a
mm-hmm.
fucking insult to all music, all fucking culture. Hey, I'm gonna listen to Theo Vaughn talk about Slidell, Louisiana. Dude, I can see why he's always fixated on Slidell, because what a weird town it really is. One day we'll go into a deep dive, but Go look at the Slidell, Louisiana Wikipedia. Dude, you know who used to live there? You know who used to live there? Lee Harvey Oswald lived in Slidell. Okay. They took it off of Wikipedia, I think, because it revealed too much truth. But of course he lived there. He would drive from Slidell across the lake to go give out communism pamphlets in the French Quarter. It's so easy. It was so obvious and such an easy thing for him to do. But also thinking about stuff like this, growing up in Slidell, the mall that I went to is where Britney Spears went to the mall. Isn't that weird? She drove 2 hours. The closest mall was in Slidell. She drove 2 fucking hours to come to my mall. That's how sad her childhood was. Think about that for a second. Her hometown was worse than mine. So much so she had to drive 2 hours to mine to do something cultural. Also, how about this? Well, I was going to say, how about the fact that I have all these punk rock and cool underground CDs? I bought them at the mall in Slidell because it was drivable from New Orleans. So some kid that went to school in Tulane, who went to Tulane or some cool college, is the reason why I have all this cool music, because he was stocking the fucking shelves at Camelot Music. That was his job. He was the manager. I don't even know this guy. I need to meet him. He must have worked the cashier. He must have worked he must have been the cashier at some point when I was coming up to the fucking counter and bringing the Ass Ponies or some other weird obscure band, and just been like, cool, I tricked this idiot into buying this crap. Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt. I was just going off on memory lane real quick.
No, I was just gonna say I should have downloaded it. Maybe I can find it later, but there's this really creepy video about Britney Spears at the age of 10 on Star Search. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, and it looks like Ed McMahon is trying to fuck her or something. He's like flirting with her. Shit.
Even the female
dude, Star Search was evil. Like Norm was lucky to fucking fail at Star Search and have to start over in the entertainment industry elsewhere.
Yeah. Well, even the female like presenter was like, she's using her sexuality. I'm like, she's fucking 10, bro.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Dude, even
10 and sexuality?
Even the women are pedophiles in Hollywood, dude. Even the women are pedophiles. It's crazy.
I was like, 10 years old, sexuality should not even be in the same universe. Not even the same ballpark. Not even the same universe. These people are the creepiest people, and I guess people just like didn't realize it back then or something. Because I'm watching this now from today's eyes, and I'm like, what in the world are these effing people, like these fucking people saying? It's the creepiest thing. It's making me angry, really, watching it, going, who are these people and why are they allowed to live?
Because they run our country and they run our world. They're allowed to live. We're allowed to live. They give us permission to live.
Yeah, you're probably right. But
yeah, I mean, Star Search was just them looking for some kind of like victims to rule over for the rest of their lives. I mean, Britney has no autonomy. She can't do anything by herself. She never could. Her entire life, she was in mental slavery on drugs, on a cocktail of drugs, and getting molested and shit.
Yeah.
It's really sad. And when you watch these, people always make fun of these videos that she makes now of her dancing around naked with a knife. But it's like, dude, she was literally trained to do that. Like, that's what her entire function is to get naked and dance around like a psycho.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's what she was born to do, dude.
I know. And it freaked me out when I saw it. Maybe I could find it, but it might have, actually, it's probably buried, so I'm not going to try. But, if you search on X, it's on there, like Britney Spears, age 10. It's disturbing. It's frustrating. It pisses me off. It just makes me go, wow, this isn't new. These files or whatever, none of this is new. This has been going on forever. And but I want to play something on a happier note about your little town in Slidell, Louisiana. I found a different video. That's you sent me this, or I think you sent me this. I don't know.
Wild chase. A cop in hot pursuit of a shoplifting suspect.
Quick pursuit for Dillage. White female, gray top.
He runs after her across the parking lot. But it looks like he's out of luck as the accused thief jumps into a getaway car.
Get out! Stop! That circle
Stop the vehicle!
The cop
that
can
is
only
what
watch
it's for
in
you. It's supposed to
frustration.
stare at it and get hypnotized by it. It's probably not good for us to even look at this.
Which circle thing?
Right in the center of the screen, my man.
Really?
As the car
You don't see that
zooms
there?
away. Then, out of nowhere, a woman
you
driving
forgot?
by in
Am I-
her car
am I
sees
insane?
what's happening and
No, you're
makes
not.
an audacious
I just don't
offer.
see
Your,
it.
your internet
The cop
is just,
runs
there
around
you
to the
go.
passenger side and does just that.
That's the old mall I was just
He and
talking
his
about.
civilian crime-fighting
Really?
partner go after the car.
They're right there. They're going around the back.
I'm in a vehicle with a civilian. I'm going to try to keep sight of him.
The officer directs other cops via his radio.
It turned right onto town center towards a circle.
You see him?
So wait, you have palm
The
trees over
civilian
there?
has no flashing lights.
You guys have
Yeah.
palm trees over there?
Yeah, no, it's really weird. It's actually eerily similar to California, the landscape. And notice the accents, dude. They don't sound like Theo Vaughn. They sound like they're from Chalmette, which sounds like kind of like a New Yorker accent.
Mhm.
How's your mama and them? How's your mama and them? Where you at? That's not redneck. There
they
are
don't-
no rednecks in the deep south, dumb shits. Why do you think they had black people doing all the work? Because the rednecks weren't there.
Right. No, they don't sound anything like Theo Vaughn at all in that area.
So what happened in that? I don't know how we don't even.
Oh,
need,
you want me
need
to
play the rest
finish
of
it?
Well, we can if you want to, but the gist of it
Irons,
is that
so she has to drive carefully.
Oh, sorry
someone
about
was
that.
somebody was shoplifting at the mall, of which there's only like I don't think the mall exists anymore. They might have tore the whole thing down. So this might be an old clip. But basically, someone was shoplifting in the mall, and as they were running away, the cop was chasing them, and then just some random lady was like, "Jump in my car, we'll catch him."
Yeah.
And then they went and caught the cop. This is an actual Slidell story, not like the shit that Theo Vaughn says. It's totally normal white people helping each other. It's nothing like rednecks. No one talking in a dumb accent. Everyone being as helpful as possible to each other. Just nonsense.
Mhm.
But it's so weird that mall even existed that
Mhm.
late. The last time I went to Slidell, which was like 2016 or something like that, the mall was almost completely empty in there. It's really depressing to walk around in there.
Yeah, most of them are pretty empty. Well, actually, the only mall that went in my hometown, Huntington Beach, they tore it down and turned it into one of those shopping centers where everything's on the same level.
Yeah, that sucks. Whatever. We didn't have we only had one level mall, by the way. We were too poor for like a real cool mall. Those were in New Orleans, so you had to go to New Orleans East if you wanted to see one that was like 3 stories tall or whatever.
Yeah, the mall, I never knew it as anything but dying. So maybe there was a time when it was cool, like in the 80s, but I wasn't around at that time.
Yeah, you should.
But she and the officer.
You should have went to the mall that's in Jackie Brown. That's not too far away. Well, no, that's very far away, but still, you should have went there anyway because it's the coolest mall. That was the first mall I went to when I moved to LA. My ex-girlfriend was like, we got to go to the Del Amo Fashion Center, and it totally lived up to its hype. But when they were doing Jackie Brown, there was probably like actual fast food chains in the food court. By the time I got there, it would be like, some random Vietnamese person's fish fryery, some shit like that. Chang's fish fry.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is an Inside Edition. That's another thing I want to say is that my fucking hometown is like a national joke. Because you remember this TV show was called Live PD.
Yes.
Live PD. It was really popular, and it was huge because I used to have cable when it was on, and I would watch it. And one of the towns that they went to was Slidell, Louisiana, and they only went to the parts of town where all the meth stuff happened, like the gas station by the freeway, shit like that. So when you watch it on TV, you're like, man, this place Slidell is fucked up. This place is unbelievable. But yeah, anyway, Slidell sucks apparently.
Keep the suspect's car in sight until it's boxed in by the cops. As the officer jumps out, the woman has a parting message.
Thank you for your service.
It's game over for the shoplifting suspect and the accused getaway driver. And here's that woman who found herself chasing after the suspects.
I just thought, I'm in a car and I'm faster in my car than he is running.
Yeah.
I spoke to mother of 3 Leslie
sounds
Smith
very-
and Sergeant Jeffrey Cars after she was honored by police at a ceremony in Slidell, Louisiana. Were you nervous at all to get involved?
I wasn't, actually. I just wanted to do whatever I could to help out.
I like that. I wanted to.
How's your mama and them? How's your mama and them? And it was on the fucking CBS version of Today Show. Yeah, they just hate my hometown. It's a weird. I guess it is a weird place to have grown up. It's very weird. We had a NASA center there. That's where all the growth came from. But then the NASA center went away, so all the growth stopped. When I grew up there, when I was a child, when I was a child with the voice of a robot. It was like only 18, maybe 16 to 18,000 people in that town. And then once the NASA place came, it was like 20 to 30,000. And then it's just stopped growing after Katrina.
Yeah.
I mean, it's apparently such a dump now. My sister told me they tore down the Target. And I was like, what? They tore down Target? Like Target couldn't stay in business here?
Target's one of the few things that usually can stay in business.
Yeah, at this Target and Walmart are the things that used to keep a town alive. The fact that you had a Walmart, and we had a Walmart super. We have two of them actually, two Walmart supercenters. In fact, I remember buying the Weezer Green album at the Walmart Supercenter. If you want it, you can have it. Trust me, Slidell is no island in the sun. Okay, folks.
Well, right, I would say neither is Canoga Park, where you currently are.
We're on the tour of Joseph's shitty life right now. Yeah, this Canoga Park clip happened about 3 blocks away from my house in the middle of the afternoon. It's just in the middle of the day.
You already know what this one is. Oh, I didn't realize there was music, but
sorry, Randy. Every time something bad happens in LA, everyone uses Randy Newman's song. And then the dumb fucks on the Dodgers don't realize that they're being made fun of, and they play that song when they come out on the field or have a good game. Look at this. She's putting a bucket. I love that she did this after she put the bucket on her head. This chick's kind of funny. I'd date her. I would totally date her. And she's kind of thick, too, like I was talking about last week. She's just the right amount of thick. Look at those thighs. Damn.
Well, I'm confused.
I need to get laid. I'm lusting after like this homeless woman who looks like she's Arabian or something, or she looks like she's a Muslim or something too.
Even
look at her. She's cute though.
Like if you have to shower everything, but scrub it off like a Silkwood shower. Just
Silkwood. There's a cool reference.
That's a movie reference from the 70s.
You should have said Chernobyl, because that was like 10 years ago instead of 40.
True. Sorry, my references are come from my buddy Johnny Gold, who's a comic who's older. So all my references are like from the 70s. But speaking of the 70s, this week, or actually a couple days ago, this actor passed on that we both are huge fans of, Robert Duvall.
Between action and cut, I feel a great peace sometimes.
If he can run tomorrow, he crash you to win the race.
I feel like I exist well between those two words for the most part.
For old time's sake.
Can't do it, Sally.
I love him in that.
More than 80 films, 7 Oscar nominations, a Best Actor win in 1984, and the perfect delivery of one of the most iconic lines in film history.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Not bad considering his movie debut in 1962.
I didn't know
To Kill a
this.
Mockingbird didn't have any lines at all.
I didn't know that was his debut.
I had one word. I had one line and they cut it. But that was all. When I come out of the house, I say, which way is home? And they said that way, but they cut that, so I had no lines,
Duvall eventually moved to New York and formed a close friendship with Gene Hackman.
Oh,
I don't know. He
also passed on recently, or
and he said, this
couple
guy
years ago.
came down one time with a big nose and shock of black hair.
Last
He's
year.
very talented. You're going to like this guy. He used to sleep on my floor, and then so he introduced me about 6 months later to Dustin Hoffman, okay.
He slept on the floor, and I finally introduced him to Bob Duvall just to get him out of the house.
We didn't ever think for 1 minute we were going to be successful to the degree that we would be famous.
It's not like
he's
like
looking
Redford,
pretty old, though.
They must have difficult times going out in the street.
And he died
I don't quite
recently,
have that thing going for me, which is okay. Whatever
had
I
a bunch
get
of ghosts.
is okay,
Yeah.
Duvall's everyman looks afforded him time with his real passion, dancing.
Okay, well,
What a
I'm gonna
fag.
stop it because
That's where he jumped the shark.
Yeah.
His real passion is being a fag. There's a real passion for faggotry.
I mean, all those people, we've lost so many of the classic stars from the 70s. Duvall, like Hackman.
Everyone except Dustin Hoffman, the worst out of all of them.
Yeah.
I was listening to they replayed this interview on the Howard Stern Sirius channel with Robert Duvall from 1998, which was hilarious because he clearly didn't want to be there. And he even says at one point the only reason he was appearing on the show is because he paid for the movie that he directed. So he was like, I have to promote this one. But there was a funny part where Howard Stern was bragging about how good his acting was in Private Parts, which it was not good. It was just him acting as himself. And that I would never have been more disappointed by a movie in my life when it came out. Whoa, what's going on back there?
Oh, they're having fun. They're playing. They're wrestling.
Well, I'm trying to have fun right now, so tell him to stop distracting me. But anyways, Robert Duvall. So when Howard starts bragging about his acting, Robert Duvall goes, "Yeah, I'd love to see you in Othello." Othello is the Shakespearean play
we're all black.
That has a black guy. Has a black guy. So basically, Robert Duvall called Howard Stern a nigger to his face. That's the gist of it, and no one caught it. No one caught that he was calling Howard Stern a nigger. You should be in this movie that's full of black people because you're like that too.
It's too highbrow for. Well, I mean, supposedly Howard Stern's smart. I don't know, but supposedly he is. But he used to be the king of radio. But ever since he went to Sirius XM, I was trying to figure out which one it was. It's like you have to get a subscription service to even hear that. So it's nothing like what it used to be, where at least he was on terrestrial where you could just hear it. And then on top of that, I hear now that if you ever check out that radio, that satellite radio, there's commercials in it now.
Yeah, and he reads commercials now too. It's a total scam. Well, it used to cost
the point
extra.
Of that?
I'll tell you what the point of it is that he's a money hungry whore. That's it. But when they started it, the big deal was that he could swear finally. And then once you heard him swear, it wasn't fun. Like, it's just not funny just to be swearing openly when you used to be a lot cagier about it and coy about it. But then, there was supposed to be no commercials finally. And so now he reads commercials, and it's the same fucking products, just like the old show where he's just like, the Hyundai Elantra. Robin, do you have this car? The Hyundai Elantra. It's like, fuck, I can't hear this shit anymore. It's a total ripoff. But he became so unpopular that you used to have to pay. Oh, wow, look at him going. That cat's crazy. That's Richard Pryor.
That's Richard Pryor. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you know? Because
I mean, he got into the catnip again, and don't give him any catnip. He might set himself on fire somehow. But anyway, Howard Stern is the biggest sellout of all time. There's never been anyone who sold out harder or fell from a higher height.
Here, I'll give him this one slight, and I'm using that term very loosely, slight benefit of the doubt. Yeah, he sold out, but at least he was on like a regular path. But all the YouTube channels I watch, there's nothing but ads in those, and it's the most annoying thing because I pay for no ads on YouTube. I don't like it.
Exactly.
The whole point of YouTube is it was supposed to be this other thing that's not television. It's not cable. It's something else. You don't have to see ads every so often. But now with every streaming service, there's ads. There's like. Unless you want to pay for the super expensive $20 version, there's going to be ads in your streaming now. Everything just got worse, and YouTube on top of that, where every other creator's like, oh, and now it's time for my sponsor, blah 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 blah. Like, better help.
Yeah, imagine me talking about Mangrate. Hey, everybody, here's a product I clearly don't use. I don't even shave my fucking face. Why would I shave my fucking genitals? But you guys should definitely buy it. You should buy this piece of shit you don't need. Ever heard of scissors?
Well,
you know,
I
you
don't
can
know if
use the same razor you use on your face on your balls. Okay, folks, you don't
Right.
need a man grate.
I don't know what it's called.
I mean, I'm not enough. I know what it's called. It's called a man grate. I'm not enough of a consumer to even be a good pitchman. I don't want to own anything in general, let alone the dumb shit we're trying to sell you.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck.
And speaking of that, now this rant has been brought to you by. No, I'm kidding. I don't have anything, but everything I watch now is just nothing but trying to sell you something, and I'm like, the whole point of all of this was supposed to be, it wasn't TV. We weren't pitchmen. We were something else. But maybe people aren't making that much on their Patreons.
Dude, don't you miss the old YouTube when it would just be like someone just talking to themselves, like a vlog? Even just 10 years ago, as people like sitting in their truck ranting about the government, filming themselves with their cell phone camera on their hour off from work for lunch or whatever. Now everything's all professionally made. It looks like a fucking regular TV show. I hate the way podcasts look. In fact, I hate their stupid microphones. They look like a morning TV show. They look like the Today Show. It's like, where's Oprah's bestie? Why isn't she hosting this? Where's Gayle King?
Even
Gayle King.
when Kamala ran for president this past time, she went on I forget what podcast she did, but they didn't do it at the normal studio. They ended up recreating the whole set for Kamala in like DC somewhere, so she didn't have to fly out to them, because I think they
she
were
also
in LA.
did. She also did Howard Stern. But you're talking about a different show that was like. There's one called. It's like a black show. It's a black show
I'm talking
with
about the female podcast.
No, I know what you're talking about. There's I mean, it's not even a specific. It's a genre of podcast now. Like one of them is called. My memory is. I don't watch the shit, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It was some blonde chick that I'm talking about. So it was one of the most popular female YouTube or podcast channels on YouTube at the time. And so I know this because like she's repped by CAA. So of course she is, right? So this podcast is repped by CAA. Podcasts don't usually make that much money, except if you're Rogan and a few others, right? So she's one of the few that made a lot, like a ton of money. And she wanted a ridiculous amount of money to get Kamala Harris or something. But then Kamala's schedule wouldn't permit her to shoot in LA, which is where the podcast takes place. So instead, they recreated the entire set and they did it in DC, and they flew the chick out there. Whatever this female podcast is called, I don't remember. I don't know female podcasts very well, but it was a big thing at the time. I remember that. Like people were like, "Wow!" Like not only are they doing podcasts, but they're like recreating their sets, spending way too much money in their campaign to recreate their set, and then
your donations paid for that, you stupid idiot.
Yeah,
your donations paid for that. I always wonder, like, if Bernie was such a man of the people, why didn't he return any of his donations? I wish that people could understand that he was just grifting you. He knew he could never win the presidency, and he did it twice. He grifted you twice and just kept the money. He didn't do shit. He didn't do a fucking thing. You stupid fucks. And then faggots like Nick Mullen and Cumtown want to tell you that you should vote for this jackass. First of all, I don't take voting recommendations from people obsessed with cum to the point where they put the word cum in the name of their podcast. How embarrassed are you to be listening to Cumtown? Oh my God, you guys, have you heard of this new podcast, Cumtown? I just can't wait to listen to it. Like, that's pathetic. Oh, you guys want to listen to Skankville or what? Skanktown? What's it called?
Or no?
Fuck that shit.
Skankfest is the festival.
Whatever, it's faggotry. This faggot with the fingerless gloves in Skanktown. Eat shit, you faggots. Our podcast, we're going to change the name of it to Muscleville, or I mean, just up the gay factor immensely. Fuck it, dude. Come muscles.
Twigtown.
Fingerless Gloveville.
Yeah. Power Bottomsville.
Yeah. The house of faggotry.
What I was going to say is the recent scandal right now is view botting. So most people that have a following don't actually have a following. What they have is they pay for bots, and it's finally come to normal people's attention. We know this because we look at all the behind the scenes stuff, and I even had to deal with that at work at one time, where this female comic was saying how she had this huge following, and then her live numbers, we noticed that no one was really interacting. And we're like, oh, it's all like she paid for the views to look like she has a following so that she can get attention from management, from different managers.
Yeah, well, the sad reality is it does work because the managers don't look into this. The bookers don't look into this. People who own clubs just look at your numbers and go, oh, 1 million followers. And then what happens is when you don't have 1 million followers and you show up to the club and no one comes, you just never get booked again.
Yeah.
It's just a way to get yourself blacklisted when you do this shit. And I watch it happen constantly. And I'm thinking, like, what's even the point of that? I get a immense satisfaction when something gets 500 views because we don't have 500 followers. That's right. That's very cool. That's cool as hell. When you pay for 500 followers, it's not flattering. It doesn't mean anything. Don't you feel embarrassed? Like, that's it.
You should, but
first of all, if I'm paying for it, I'm paying for 1 million followers. I'm not paying for 500 views. I'm paying for all the views I can get, man.
Well, the thing is, a lot of these people are paying like thousands per month just to get those followers. So I guess it must pay off if they're paying thousands upon thousands for it, because they must get.
Nah, they just have a trust. They just have a trust fund, and they're irresponsible with money. If my dad had a podcast, that's exactly how he would do. He'd just buy the followers, but he would be cheap about it too. He'd be like, "Can I give you $40 for it?" Like when we got cable, I still think about this, even though it happened like, I don't know, 40 years ago, some shit like that. When we got cable, my dad gave the guy $40 to install the cable in every single room. And I was like, $40, that's way more work than $40 worth of work. Like, there's how many rooms are in a house. He even hooked up the garage to cable. That's like how much of a dirtbag my dad is. And he only gave the cable guy $40
for the whole
thing. Whatever, maybe, but yeah, maybe it was just $40 for an hour's worth of work. All he had to do is just drag a big long cord and dump it in various
he probably had to
holes in the ceiling.
Strip the end and then put a little device that split it. So probably
realistically, yeah, it was probably about an hour's worth of work, maybe less. He probably just hung around in the garage. He probably just did it for 15 minutes and then just hung around up there for 45.
Yeah.
But so yes, yeah, $40 an hour is pretty good, but still not very much considering that we got cable for free forever after that. I mean, it took literally Hurricane Katrina to stop that grift from happening ever again. You literally had to destroy the house so that it could never be watched again. Yeah, you can tap the vein again after that.
The Mother Nature cut you off.
That's so interesting too that someone would risk their job over $40. They would risk getting fired for $40 fucking dollars. People will sell out for nothing. For $40, they sold out.
People kill people for less money though. So, I wanted to play this real quick since we're talking about our areas where we live. I wanted to play an area near where I live that was affected by the homeless.
Okay. What the fuck?
Yeah. I know that homeless encampment, and
he said that they say it's most of the fire calls are because of these dickheads. What happens is they somehow have electricity inside these tents, and then of course they're stealing it from lampposts, so it just catches on fire at some point, or they have a rival homeless guy that just comes by and sets their shit on fire while they're asleep. I mean, these homeless need to be fucking gunned down in the street. Also, all these fucking fires that happen every year, including the Eaton fire, the Eaton fire. You guys know this as the Pacific Palisades fire. That was started by a homeless guy from another country. Both the problems that these liberals keep pushing on us keep spitting back in our faces. They always set these fires during this thing called what's the wind
Santa
thing
Ana
called?
winds.
The Santa Ana winds. These things are so strong they cracked the glass on my front door. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how strong it is. You know, all your plants get knocked over on the ground, and you try to set them back up to get knocked over again.
Yeah,
like it's wild, and that's exactly the time when the fires get started because they know that the fires will rage out of control because of the Santa Ana winds. So it's not even just that these homeless people are fuck ups, but they're like educated fuck ups. There's nothing that bothers me more than seeing some jacked homeless guy out on the street. He's all fucking buff. You're like, oh, cool. You used to work out before you went homeless. That sucks. So you used to work out before you became addicted to meth. So you're super strong now, and you're also on meth. So you're super doubly strong on top of being physically strong. That's cool. And you're just wandering around screaming all the time. That's excellent.
I know.
What a cool way to live with these people around us 24/7. Your cats seem like they're on meth right now as well.
Yeah, I know. You can hear them. I apologize. They're like
I can see them. They're just jumping around and shit in the background like psychos.
I think it's because of the weather. Like they get freaked out. Do they get freaked out during the weather? Is yours?
I mean, my cats are acting wild, but it's not. It has nothing to do with the weather. That's just that's just how they are. That's just how they roll.
It's because they're related to you.
I guess so.
They're in your presence, so they're like, yeah, they're crazy. No, mine are.
It's contagious. It's contagious.
Well, speaking of people that we're importing, here's this has happened a couple weeks ago, but it was during the cricket or one of these competitions in India.
Stadium. अभी जो thumbs up बच गई है ना, ये सारी ये bottle में डाल रहे हैं वापस, और अगला जो भी मैच होगा उसमें चली जाएगी ये सारी. I don't know what that guy is saying, but he's basically taking old sodas and putting it back into.
He's probably praising them. Oh, what a good way to save money. These guys are so smart. There's two of them. There's this guy supervising this other person, taking drinks that have already been half drunk and pouring them back into the Pepsi bottle. Dude, they are. I don't even want to get started on them because I have to live near them. But I will say this: he did steal the Amazon box full of shit.
Oh, he finally did.
Somehow he took it when there was no footage. He didn't set off the camera unless I didn't look through the footage closely enough. So just for FYI, for shits and giggles, folks, this is what I did. I took an Amazon package that was empty and I filled it with cat shit. I cleaned the litter box out into this Amazon box and then I taped it shut and stuck it outside. Unfortunately, it rained the next night, so I was like, oh, I better stick another one out there because surely no one will steal a wet box full of cat shit. And then I stuck another one on there, but the other one was real obvious. I crossed out my name and wrote Dalit over it. So it took days for him to steal the first package. Days. And then, but he would walk by and look down at it like he wanted it so bad. I could see it in his eyes. He was dying to steal it. And then after days of it being in the rain, I can only imagine how gross it smelled. He took one of the boxes. And God damn it, I don't know how he didn't set the fucking camera off. This fucker. Yeah. This fucker. Hopefully he'll never steal again after this. So hopefully. maybe the camera doesn't even matter. That's not even a factor. But then the next day after he stole it, he walked by and looked at the other package more closely and saw that it's a Dalit under, and then went and walked away. They are so fucking stupid.
I like that he, even after realizing the first one was cat shit, he kept going. He was like,
he had to check the second one just to make sure I was fucking with them. Who knows? Maybe he ordered it through the mail. We order cow urine, so maybe Amazon sell cat shit too.
Yeah, fool me once, delete me once.
Dalit me
once.
He's a Dalit for sure. Because Dalit is the lowest caste on the Indian, whatever, ladder or whatever you want to call it, the social hierarchy. Well, I got news for you, dude. You're lower than Dalits here in America because we don't even acknowledge your existence. If we can, we ignore the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
This dumb motherfucker. I'm so mad that I didn't get it on tape and we can't watch it. Yeah. I'm so mad that how did he figure out how to get it without the camera going on? I'm just so annoyed. I don't know.
Maybe this will make you feel better. I found this online.
I can't watch it. Damn.
You can't watch it?
No, I've already seen it many times, but It really shows you how fucking dumb they are. What was he thinking? What was he thinking? What the fuck was he thinking? Dude, he's so lucky he fell backwards into the chair and not on the fucking ground. So instead, he just has like a concussion instead of dying, which is what he should have done. They think they live in a Bollywood movie. It's the most bizarre fucking shit. That's why they do all these flips and shit out at the park, thinking that girls will like it. We don't like gymnastics in America. We're not gay, dude. Okay, we don't like gymnastics in America. Girls look at you doing gymnastics and think you're a fag. Don't you get it yet? Mm-hmm. You're a fag jumping around like a little fucking queer. What the fuck are you doing? Who are you, Robert Duvall over here? Yeah, there it is. Look at those girls.
He's like, hey,
they won't even look at him. They won't even look at him.
It's too bad, dude.
He tries to laugh it off like it's no big deal. This dude, yeah, that's the face that white people make when we see black people on the street. By the way,
yeah,
we try to smile, but it's impossible.
It's this weird
we don't smile at troglodytes. Yeah, exactly. But I love that. They think that the world is Bollywood and that if they jump around and dance in front of women, women will like it. It's like, this doesn't work. It only works for black guys for some reason, but it doesn't work for anybody else. And what I love is that if you play that video again, you can see that there's 2 Indian women also sitting on a park bench ignoring him. There's 4 fucking women that ignore him jumping around.
Oh, well,
they're so repulsive. Women.
Let me try it. I'm gonna mute it too, so just there's no chance of like.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that noise anyway. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, and nobody. Yeah, you're right. Nobody cares.
They don't even look in the direction of him. Look at those Indian girls. But I love it because they only look enough just to move out of the way. People in the background playing badminton. It's such a wholesome scene until Indians show up. You know what I mean? All these nice women being safe and just talking to each other with no one bothering them. And here's an Indian. Now it's time for irritation to occur.
Well, I can explain why when certain people do it, like you said, black guys do it, they get more attention. There's the everyone thinks they have big dicks, whereas everyone knows Indians don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Everyone knows. There's no debate because there is some wiggle room. Pardon the pun. There's some wiggle room with big black dicks because not every black dude has a big dick. They just have when they do have a big dick. When they do have a big dick, it's larger than what we consider average. But most black dudes have average sized dicks too. We just don't see them. Of course, we don't see them. Why would they be in porn? Porn is where people's minds to the degree that's it's terrifying. It's like, yeah, regular sized dicks aren't in porn. In fact, you only see regular sized dicks in fetish porn, and even then it's fake because they still have regular sized dicks. No one would actually put a micro penis on camera because it would horrify people. Like a 3-incher, no one would want to see that. You only see that in very specialized fetish porn that I'm sure you have to pay money to see, which is not for free on the internet because no one wants to see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway. But anyway, Indians definitely have fucking tiny cocks. There's no denying it. And the way they act suggests that they have a tiny cock. What an insecure thing to do to hop around for attention. What a tiny cocked loser you are. You're the same as these rednecks that drive around in these gigantic trucks. Who are you fooling? Yeah. Who the fuck are you fooling?
It's the same vibe.
It's a bad vibe. Dude, I cannot believe he got away with stealing that cat box. Full of shit. That cat, and then if I wish we were watching the footage right now. It's so annoying that I don't have the footage of that. And by the way, this occurred right after they basically had a special hearing about me on the HOA. I think I got fined, but I didn't watch the video they sent me. I'm just gonna save it later and send it to a lawyer at some point. Like, here's proof that they talk shit about me. They did it on camera and sent me the video like psychos would. That's what a psycho does, really. But I love it. The guy fined me after this guy had already put glue in my mailbox. He then stole a package from me. I'm the one who gets fined. I'm the bad guy. The other thing I hate about these faggots is that they're such crybabies. They're not crying to the police. They're crying to the HOA. Meanwhile, they cause all the problems in the entire building. It's like, What's the HOA thinking when they hear these fucking his bratty kid outside screaming at 7 a.m? They're like, how do we blame this on Joseph? How is this Joseph's fault that this brown fucker is outside 24/7 making noise with this child screaming? They don't have an indoor voice. You know what I mean? It's constantly yelling. They're just insufferable. A whole continent full of insufferable faggots. And they're all coming over here. The most terrifying startling statistic is this: only 2% of Indians have left India. Okay, there's so many people from India that are in America and in Canada right now, and that's only 2% of their population. There's way more coming. Okay, that's terrifying. There's a fucking like 1.5 billion of these dumb shits in their native land. Fuck.
Yeah.
All they're good at is raping each other and making pregnancies that shouldn't exist.
And
all they're good
degrees.
at is making the things that should not be. Yes, fake degrees. They have zero ability to do anything except lie, and they're not even good at the lying. It's crazy some of the shit I hear these people say.
Mm-hmm. So this is like this is a sting operation in India where they found thousands upon thousands of these fake degrees. And this is in India too, so who knows what they?
Dude, if you go to the hospital and there's an Indian, I'd just leave. I'd go to a different hospital unless I'm like literally fucking dying. I'm leaving. Or if I see like a black woman who's the pilot of my plane, I'm gonna miss the flight on purpose.
Right.
I'm just gonna go walk back to the Chili's and get drunk, and say, I missed my flight. Can I change it? I'm not. Give me a fucking break. I'm not into any of this fake. Egalitarian bullshit. We're not equal. These people are retards. I definitely don't want them driving an Uber that I'm in the back seat of. I'll fucking catch the next one.
Right.
I can't be the only one who does this, where if you go to Uber and you see that it's an Indian guy, that you cancel it. Especially if you're a woman. You're not going to get into a fucking car with this fucking Indian guy by yourself. Get out of this get out of here with this shit.
Yeah, did we I think we played it last week where there was that guy from, I forget where he was from, but he was like, if you were in my home country, I would just rape you. I was like, whoa.
100%. That's exactly what they think. It's so scary. And the only thing holding them back is they know that there's jail here. Fucking A, dude. It's the only thing that holds them back. Dude, that guy was in a fucking he was in turmoil trying to decide whether or not to steal that Amazon package. But, I want to say, like, as fucked up as it is that I do this stuff, it's the only reason why he's not going to steal again in the future. Because he doesn't know. Before he didn't know if the camera was on or off. Now he figured out a way to steal without turning the camera on. But now if he steals again, it might be shit. Mm-hmm. And it's not cow shit. It's not cow dung. So he doesn't want it. It's cat shit that was in the box for fucking 2 days. It's the worst. It's just dirt. It's like dirty shit. It's shit covered in shit covered in gravel.
It's like a I can't think of the candy right now, but it's like a Baby Ruth to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wanted an actual baby named Ruth to rape. I don't want candy bar. What is this? I asked for a baby Ruth. What is this candy bar? I did something kind of cool and wholesome, which maybe we'll talk about this instead of just bitching about other races. Mm-hmm. Just for a change of pace. I did something super wholesome. I went to this place called Vasquez Rocks. It's basically it's like 20 minutes outside of LA proper. And it's basically this gigantic hiking rock, this rock formation that you can hike. It's basically a tourist trap. I was lucky that I got there at 7 a.m. before anyone else showed up. Because around 10 a.m., that's when the Indians showed up. They never show up to anything on time. But, dude, they were there. There were Indians there. And I took a picture of it, which you can see on my Instagram. But it doesn't do justice to the scene. Somehow this guy got his little kid up about 100 feet on this gigantic rock. And he was filming him with his cell phone camera, telling the kid to jump off. I was sitting there taking pictures. And I was like, I'm about to take a picture of a fucking death. This is about to be used as evidence in court, something like that. Because I had my fucking long lens on. Jeez. But anyway, the stupidity is unbelievable. He was telling this little kid to jump off 100-foot rock or something like this. It's like, okay, maybe it was 50 feet high. I don't know. It was gigantic though, and the kid shouldn't have been up there at all.
Well, more than twice your height would kill you.
Absolutely, and this is just a little kid too. So anyway, that part wasn't wholesome. They ruined everything. That's all I was going to say. But what was wholesome was that this area is where they filmed a bunch of episodes of Star Trek. I guess 10 episodes. There's one famous one though that I took a picture of and shared, where it says Captain Kirk standing in front of the rocks with the alien guy, standing across from him. But the funny thing is that when you get to that area, that super famous photo area, it's the parking lot. They didn't even leave the parking lot to film Star Trek. They filmed at least 2 episodes in that little area by the rocks because it was literally in the parking lot. They didn't go out into the actual park at all. But yeah, it's a total tourist trap. There were some foreigners like from Sweden or someplace that came to look at the Star Trek rock. I was kind of interested in it, but I also know that like parts of Good, the Bad, and the Ugly were filmed there. All kinds of weird shit was filmed there.
Oh, really?
I'm talking hundreds of movies were filmed there. Yeah. And I actually thought that the spaghetti westerns were actually shot in Italy, but
me too.
Maybe they weren't. Maybe they were just financed by Italians and shot in Italian.
Yeah,
but we're actually shot here. Well, yeah, where in Italy are they going to find a location like that? Whereas we have locations like that all over Southern California. In fact, I hiked there. I went to one of those places today and hiked. Shout out to Stony Point Park. If anybody likes rock climbing, that's a good place to go do it.
Yeah. Well, I've definitely, when you showed that picture with Kirk and the lizard man, I've seen that episode before. Like, I think that's one of the only episodes I've ever seen, because I think
saw
that's the first episode.
I was just thinking, like, the world is so different now, but when I was a little kid, I saw the entire first like series of Star Trek, the one with Leonard Nimoy and Shatner, because it came on every single day at 9 o'clock in the morning for an hour for years. So every summer you would just sit and watch Star Trek because it was the only thing on at 9 in the morning, and there was nothing to do. None of your friends were out yet. And go hang out at Tanner Mansfield. I've been thinking more and more about how much I hate Theo Vaughn, because I did live that redneck experience. My next door neighbor was named Tanner Mansfield. Could you find a funnier, more hillbilly name? I mean, he sounds like a minion of Charles Manson. Hey, you met my friend Tanner over here, Tanner Mansfield. And me and my sister, I used to go over to his house and watch skateboarding videos and stuff like that.
Oh, and then, like on VHS and stuff?
Yes, and then me and my sister were not allowed to hang out with him because he pulled a knife on us when we were outside walking around in the woods. He pulled a big knife. He pulled a big ass knife on us. I mean, I think Tanner was just trying to show us his cool knife, but when you stick it to someone's throat, it's not so cool, Tanner. TM.
That is not cool.
Tanner Mansfield, TM. He needed some TM, some transcendental meditation to relax and stop pulling knives on other children.
Yeah. That's insane, by the way. But I wanted to play this real quick just because I feel like a little something we can end on something stupid and happy.
How do they manage to do that? They're just never. What happened again?
At least he hit the brakes. But they just keep going. Like this is the third time, so they don't. You know, bikers. Oh, that was the best one.
How do they not look before? They must just assume that it's always open. But how do you not look and see that it's closed?
They're cyclists.
I hate them so much. I hate them so much. This is how they ride out on the street too. They're not paying attention to anything. They're such fuck faces. I really can't stand them. I hope one day I kill one of them. See ya. So that's a cyclist. He's like, fuck you. I'm going to get on my bike. He's like, your cat is so into cycling. He rides one of those bicycles where he lays down while he's doing it and he pumps the pedals with his hands. You know what I mean? Like he pumps the pedals with his paws like this. Dude, Canoga Park is the kind of place where you see guys like that riding around because it's just close enough to the nice neighborhoods where rich people live and own dumb shit like that. They own cycling gear, so they slum it here at Canoga Park because we have a bike lane.
Yeah, no, Hollywood just added that one, and
awesome. So there's less space on the street for cars, which is it's already congested there. I love this because they're doing the same thing here on Topanga Canyon. By the way, no one even uses the bike lanes they already have on Sherman Way, so why not put them on Topanga Canyon too, and totally eat up an entire lane of traffic for the cars. See, it was one thing to put it on Sherman Way because Sherman Way already was like only 4 lanes.
Small. Yeah.
Yeah. So taking a little bit of taking the 5th lane was nothing. But Topanga Canyon, that's where all the malls and shit at. That's where they're putting up the Raiders training or something. Yeah, the training camp. They've been building this for fucking years. The traffic there's already going to be fucking terrible after that gets finished. But it's already terrible now because of the malls. But imagine what it's going to be like when you take one of those lanes away for cyclists who ride on the sidewalk anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking Southern California is outrageously stupid and ignorant. Yes. They just don't even understand how people operate.
Mm-hmm. And exactly, I have to dodge them every day, and because they're like, hey, look out, and I'm like, dude, you're not supposed to be on the sidewalk. First of all, get off the sidewalk. You're not supposed to be here. But yeah, so it pisses me off. It makes me angry, and I don't know. I'm normally not angry on this podcast, but cyclists make me angry.
What's to like about them? They're arrogant, annoying idiots. They're all arrogant. Like I used to have a roommate that was into cycling, and he was such a fucking faggot. He was so passive aggressive, it drove me insane. I hate passive aggression. That's why I'm so aggressive. So I grew up with 3 older sisters, and they're always passive aggressive. They're still passive aggressive. Sending my sister sent me a message this morning where she's like, "Did you log into what's it called, Ancestry.com and put my name into it?" I was like, "What do you even know who I am?" No, of course I didn't fucking log into Ancestry.com and give them my DNA. Yeah. No, I didn't do that. Why are you getting so aggressive with me passively when I clearly didn't do that? I wouldn't do that. What do you think? I'm retarded? You're the one who puts your DNA there. So now I can't commit a crime in the future because your stupid ass put my DNA in the fucking system. Thanks for that. I had plans of doing a bunch of robberies and shooting people and shit, but now I can't. Now I have to stay on the straight and narrow. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, but anyway, I hate passive aggression. And this is what my cyclist roommate did one day when I got home. I got home and he was smoking weed, and he goes, "Hey, you want to hit?" And I was like, "Sure, of course I want to hit." And then I took a hit. It was all ash. He had just given me a pipe full of ash, and then he was smirking at me when I gave it back. And I was like, "Gee, thanks." And I just got up and left. I was like, "What was the point of that? All you did was just make me hate your guts. You're lucky that I was financially destitute 10 years ago, and I didn't have or 12 years ago, I didn't have the money to just get up and punch you in the fucking face and move out over that shit. You faggot fuck. You fucking faggot. That's a fucking faggotry. You think you're a man because you did something like that? What would your father think if he saw you do that, you pussy ass bitch? You fucking fag.
Not much. And on that note,
what a fag.
That's a good note to end on. I hope the rest of you have a better weekend than that. Thank you so much, Joseph. All right. Good night. Oh, wait, I hit the wrong button.
Should leave this in. It's still going.
I know.